What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. A lot of you brothers out there do not see what is going on. And of course, I was talking to Brother George, and he sent me something called Agenda 2030, which I will make a video about later. But if you notice, a lot of powerful men are falling off, right? First it was the Harvey Weinsteins. Now what are you seeing? We seeing the black man, okay? And I think that brothers need to really understand how that trend is, okay? And the reason why you need to understand, so you can move differently. The world is changing, guys. And one of the people that has always had problems in his youth life, adult life, got issues now, is Bobby Brown. His sister took the opportunity to go and talk on Tasha K's podcast, her and her son, all right? Now I'm gonna play the intro to Tasha K's podcast, and I want you to hear what allegations are going to be discussed.
Meet the Browns, Guinos. Okay, Miss Tina Brown.
Tina Brown.
Okay, Shane Brown. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I love Bobby Brown. You and Bobby, how close were y'all?
Very close.
What was it like living with Whitney?
It was fun.
You smoke crack with Whitney, you said? That's pretty.
Absolutely. You don't know that?
We only know Bobby and Whitney.
Girl.
And every time he's sitting down, he talking about Whitney. And I'm like, how as a new wife do you deal with this? Like,
That's why I hit that bitch with a bottle.
And it dwindled down
It
to,
dwindled down.
you know, some people
It
that's
dwindled down to my brother touching 3 of my daughters.
who? Bobby?
Yes.
sure, but
Yes.
you know,
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't hold it no more.
Now, of course, I don't know if these things are true because, and again, I want to be sensitive to the fact that things can happen, and people don't talk or don't try to tell nobody about it. But for me, you said the man did, X, Y, and Z to 3 of your daughters. I don't know how much detail she's going to go into that. At the time of recording this, I have not watched the podcast, nor is it available at the time of me recording this right now. But I do want you to listen to this, black man. What if this is not true? Okay? What if this is not true? Could be true. We know Bobby Brown is capable of anything stupid. But what if it is not true? What would have happened? This lady would have just said whatever she wanted about this man, who we know he's capable of doing silly things, and it could all be false, right? But also, we will believe it based on how he behaved. Drug use, Whitney Houston, being reckless. It's very easy for us to believe that about Bobby Brown. I'm not saying it is true, but it is easy to believe that, like, oh yeah, Bobby Brown, yeah, oh, he's definitely capable of doing something like that. Yeah, he's silly. That's something I can see him doing. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is, now as men, we gotta move differently. I'm talking about, of course, you shouldn't commit crimes like touching on people, of age or underage. But the reality is, people are gonna look at patterns. All right? Oh, you're alcoholic. Oh, you're reckless. Oh, you do this. All right, let me just put something out on you, and everybody's gonna believe it. How can we say this? Let me give you an example. Look at Chris Brown. Chris Brown had the reputation after the whole thing with Rihanna for hitting women. So what did they say? All right, well, other ladies started saying, you know what? Well, he hit me too. It didn't have to be true. It didn't need to be true. That wasn't what was on trial. What was on trial was, okay, he has this history of being violent towards women. All right? So the same thing with, look at T.I. We found out from T.I. about his allegations from that lady. A lady he was, doing threesomes with his wife. At the time, it was okay. Something happened. You know what? Let me go out there and say this. And it wasn't nothing that she lost when we found out that it wasn't true. But do you want to know who lost something? T.I. lost his reality show, had shut down his podcast, and why? A history of being hella freaky. I mean, it is what it is, right? You have a history of being freaky. You got a history of dusting it up. So people gonna believe it because of that. All right? That's what you gotta understand as black men. And this is how they're gonna get you each and every single time. This is what you're gonna be up against. All right? You're gonna be up with this all the time. And if you're not careful, you're gonna suffer those losses. So now if you get money, now ain't the time no more to be out there flossing, having parties at your house, bringing women over your stuff, letting them know where you live. Oh, they'll come over there, see what you got, and then you're gonna have some of them people go on there and say, he did X, Y, and Z, with me or to me. I'm not really feeling that. I feel threatened. I feel X, Y, and Z. And you're like, I didn't even touch her. It don't have to be that you touched her. It don't have to be. Now, if you did it, you should go to jail. We get it, right? But then what's the cases that you didn't do it? You got to play defense now. Black men got to play defense. Focus on your work. All right? More so now than ever before. Okay? Focus on what you're trying to do. Focus now on that than ever before. Okay? You gotta get this. You have to get this. If not, you're gonna pay a severe price, my brothers. You're gonna pay a severe price, and the price is going to hurt a lot. Your reputation, how you looked at in your industry, everything. Okay? Now is the time to be kind of incognito. You know what I'm saying? Not, you feel what I'm talking about? Yeah, this ain't the time to be out there like, I'm doing X, Y, and Z and all this other stuff. I got all the chicks on me. You those days are over. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works now. You got to really be out there really focused on a disciplined life. All this in America, threesomes and freaky sex, and I got her. Bro, you don't know what you're dealing with. Better get you some OnlyFans or go out the country, live a low key profile. Stop trying to impress these chicks. Now, if he did it, he's definitely wrong. What if he didn't do it? His reputation is so bad, we all going to believe he did it because of his behavior. If he's going to come out and say, I didn't do that, well, he the person that everybody going to blame because of you. Whitney Houston is dead. You see how that works? You're a troublemaker. You've been a troublemaker your whole entire life, Bobby. That's how they're going to look at it. And you can't get around that. You just can't. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shirley Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Producer for all you, just the bell. We're out.